everybody, how you doing? Today is about finding your own mastery in photography, your own unique style. I never really knew exactly what I wanted in photography, but I do know that I wanted it to be attached to nature, to the animal kingdom, the insect kingdom, and the plant kingdom. And this is what I want to show the world, just how truly beautiful our Creator truly is. Finding my mastery. It wasn't like I just went down to the post office and mailed a box and got the camera, and I was a master. It doesn't work that way. You have to get out and experience it. That's what growth is about. You can read all the books in the world, but until you actually experience those moments, you will not know the truer answer than just what the book says. Finding mastery in your heart is where it starts. The lens of your heart is going to lead you to the outcome of what you're trying to master. If you focus on a certain thing, then that's what you're going to master. I want to focus on a broader spectrum. Yeah, I like to try landscape photography, macro and city shooting. There's portrait. I'm going to try all these things because I don't want to be just a scenic photographer, a landscape photographer. I don't want to be just that. I want to be able to reach into my camera bag and pull out the one camera that I'm going to need, regardless of whether I'm doing landscaping, portrait, whether I'm shooting macro. I just want a camera that's an all-wheel drive tool. And this is what I'm going to bring to you, is to show you that each of you are unique in your own mastery of how you bring your photo to life. But I do know one thing. Light plays the most important part in your photography. Without the light, you would not see or capture the unique look of a photograph. But now, with the new software coming out, like Illuminar AI, which I use, I can expand that way open even more. The tools are there to help you. If somebody comes up to you and says, you didn't get that out of camera, you're no good. Nobody gets it out of camera. 90% of professionals shoot RAW. Yes, some shoot JPEG. But I promise you they're shooting a RAW picture with it. The raw format, or the data in a RAW file, it's twice, three, it could be 2-3 times more than a JPEG. Because a JPEG is just like throwing that information away and only keeping what it thinks is how the picture should look. So this is where creativity comes into. I shot JPEG for the first year solid. I didn't even touch RAW. And I got beautiful pictures. But now I want to take it to another level. And since this camera is only a 12 megapixel camera, I can still shoot RAW pictures and get 8,500 pictures on a 128 gigabyte SD card. And not have a whole bunch of hard drives. I'm not here to save. Only the photos that I see fit to save for later. The rest, I'm just going to get rid of. Because there's a whole new year coming. See, remember, in the moment is the most important time. So when I bring stuff to you, I want it to be fresh so that you guys can see what I'm getting from week to week. And this is the mastery I want to do for myself, but I want you to find your mastery too. You know, you could go out and buy an expensive camera. I've seen so many people buy expensive cameras, go out maybe for a vacation, they buy this beautiful camera, take it out, shoot beautiful pictures with it, and then when we get back home, the camera goes on the shelf and it sits there, waiting to be used until the next vacation or the next time you go out. So choose wisely how you pick your photography. You can spend thousands and thousands of dollars on camera equipment, but I'm going to show you a 12 megapixel camera. You don't have to do that. Now, remember data in a raw photograph? With all the new software coming, you're going to find that 60, 80 megapixel cameras aren't going to be much unless you're working commercially or professionally and having those prints just blowing up, because the human eye can only see so much. That is correct. The human eye can only see so much. Just like the camera's limited, so is the human eye. But the human eye is very dynamic. It can stretch more this way, that way, than any camera can. That's why there will never be a camera that works like your eye. Because they know all about your eye, what it can do to certain points. But that eye of yours was created by God. And He's the only one that really, truly knows how these eyes work. The technology's there, yep. You may get close, but you'll never get close to a human eye. Never. Of course, I can't say never. Maybe 100,000 years down the road, they may. So when you go out and you want to find your mastery of your photography, I watch a lot of photographers going out there and doing a lot of them doing landscape, but there's others doing weddings and professional work that they do. And I want to include my journey into this photography and where it's going to lead me. Many of you know I'm spiritual, and I love our Creator with all my heart. This is absolutely, and I want to share that experience with you guys. I want to show you that when you lean on this Creator, and there's only one, there's not many, there's only one Creator, you will be amazed at what He will bring you. When you're centered in your heart, looking through the lens of your heart, that's when your photography will excel. You will catch the hearts, the minds, and the looks of people about what maybe they could have for themselves or they could bring to themselves. That's why I'm just taking, I call it a medium camera. I guess it depends on how much you want to spend. If it's a $10,000 camera, then it ain't a medium camera. It's on the low end, which it kind of is. It is a half-inch sensor. But I'm telling you, the phones today are getting so good. Unless you're pixel peeping, that's the only way you can tell. Now, how do you know what you want to master in photography? Or even where to go? City shooting, street photography, portrait photography, landscape, and all some of the other ones I don't really know about. black and white, film, all that. Go and do what you want to do. But all I say is when you're first starting out, start out with a balanced camera. You don't need all the bells and whistles. I'm telling you, more and more photographers are starting to figure this out. They're figuring, you know what? My Canon Mark 5D3 or whatever, that camera shot wonderful pictures. But what I'm finding is those old DSLR cameras, or the DSLR cameras, they're heavy. And as you get older like me, you don't want that heavy, I'm telling you. Because now you got to start carrying heavy lenses, different lenses for different situations. With a Panasonic FZ300, you just got to carry the camera. Because you have all the lenses in there. And this year, I want to take you along with me on more trips. I'm going to take my GoPro camera, I'm going to put it right on my chest, and I'm going to show you what our Creator brings me. And He'll do the same for you. Remember, you got these beautiful guardian angels, and they're just waiting to interact with you. Talk to them. Remember, your Creator's between you and Him. There's nobody else. It's just you and Him. And I'm going to tell you something. Creator is not so much Him either. It's both. That's how the universe balances itself. You have to have that feminine energy and the male energy. God is both these. So for you girls out there, you are equally as important to the universe than a man by far. Matter of fact, I had a dream that told me that our Creator was a little bit more feminine than male. Now, take it any way you want. But I do know that you need both of these balances to achieve your goals. So work on balancing the heart. And I promise you, if you need help, lean on Him or your angels, and they will help you. I promise 100% they will help you. You have to believe you have them. That's what it's about. You know, how many times have we been told that you have angels? Faith is half the climb. You have to believe is the other half. It's a two-part deal. You got to believe and you have to have faith. When those two come together, that's when the miracles start. And remember, tell the truth. Because if you don't tell the truth, that anchor that you throw out back at you, it's going to drag on you. And drag on you. And the next one's going to drag on you. It's going to drag your life down so much. When you get home, you're just gonna hit the floor. Because the weight is so unbearable of the lies that you tell. And what do you think's happening right now? Them boys have been lying for a long time. And karma now is going to come back. You see it. It's coming. Your Creator is here with you right now. So when you pick the camera up, choose wisely what camera you want to get. What camera you want to start with. Because I'm telling you, you get a 35mm full frame camera, it's heavy. Plain and simple. Unless you're shooting with a pancake lens or maybe a short lens, a 50mm like a prime lens. But even prime lenses get heavy. And you won't catch the action that I can with my camera. And I'm really going to expand a lot on, I'm not going to be doing JPEG as much, but I will be working with it. Because I think there is a caveat to this camera. and it's in the eye dynamic range. Set your eye dynamic range on high and just go out there and shoot your photos, because this is going to help. You can bring your light, your exposure down a little bit and still catch the shadows. This eye dynamic range for the JPEG users is, I think, a very, very good key in bringing you more in the shadows than what you didn't have before. So that's my little perf, and I'm going to be telling you some more as I go. I'm working with RAW, and as you can see, I've come up with a couple great pictures. Even when it was shitty out, I did. So, before you take on your photography, think about where you want to start, and start there. Don't think about where you think you're going to be. Remember, I always said the moment is the most important part. First, see if you're gonna dance with it or not. There's no sense in wasting a camera if you're not gonna dance with it. You know, a dance partner is your camera. So if you're not gonna dance with it, why get it? I mean, unless you're going on a trip or something and you need a camera to take some beautiful pictures. But I always tell you, lighter is better. Especially when you're older. Now, them young bucks, they might be able to handle that. But I'm telling you, when you get older, it gets heavy. So, the Panasonic FZ300 is a light camera. To me, it's a light camera. I carry it around all day with no problem. And I carry my camera. I carry it in my hand with a wrist strap. So I would imagine you could probably put it around your neck too and carry it like that, because it's pretty light. And it shoots wonderful pictures. And this year I'm going to show you just how beautiful pictures, even more beautiful pictures of what it shoots, because I'm going to be shooting in RAW this year. And I know it's going to be a lot more beautiful pictures coming your way. So I always tell you to, stretch a hand out, pay something forward for somebody, give somebody a hug and tell them you love them. Even a stranger can use that right now. There's a lot going on in the world, and the more love that we can ship out to those other souls will dramatically change the world. Love will literally change the world. And as you continue on watching my videos, I'm going to show you how love can truly change your world. So, this is my little excerpt for this little mastery of photography. I know that I'm going to master my photography, but I'm going to master my heart first. Because without that, you won't be able to master your photography, except for following other people's creativity. True creativity comes from your heart. Start there, and you will find your place in photography. So please subscribe, like, and share, and have a beautiful day. And I want to thank all my new subscribers for coming on board. And I want to thank all my older subscribers for staying on board. Have a beautiful day, and get out there and shoot those pictures. Thanks, everybody. you